Hello everybody, this is Simon with Let's Play Sonic 2006, and again I've got ThornBrain with me.
Hello, I'm now ThirdBrain.
This is proper super brain.
Yeah.
Crisis City, again, skateboarding. Did you think it was better than White Acropolis' skateboarding when you did this?
There was less hills. So
Yeah,
kind of.
it is
I
a
missed
bit
every
better.
single jump I tried to do, though.
Yeah, I can do some of these. By the way, heads up, there is a bunch of annoying traps like this, where if you take the ring trail, you will get thrown out by an enemy. It's like, why do they do this? This is terrible. Like, here, watch out. Ah, right in the middle. Like, oh my god, please guys, this is not how to do a hard mode. I don't want to see this ever again. But, you know, sometimes it's just bad game design. There is no excuse for that. But yeah, generally this works a little bit better than White Acropolis. I don't know, probably they did this first and then they're like, oh, we can do it in the second level with these mechanics. I don't know. But this one to the right, I never got that one. I keep trying, but you know. There's another fun thing that happens. We're going to see this at the very end, but like these ones here is also like, please get on the rail, Sonic, please. Yeah, and the always very nice loading zone at the very end.
I wonder if there are any skateboarders watching this who saw that and felt a bit of nostalgia for when they tried to rail grind and just hit their head instead.
I'm playing around with more of gems now that I can, because of course, if you didn't know, you can't use the gems in any special setting, like for example on the skateboard, and also not when you're carrying Elise. So now I'm going hog wild here, of course. Yeah, this won't protect me from janky level.
Every time.
Every time, no, not every time, but I must admit, I think this happened to me a bunch casually, and then it didn't happen to me at all when I recorded the normal video, but then it happened again here, and like, oh, yeah, right, you have to be careful here. It's like, I did it almost out of habit at that point, but I let myself relax, and that's a bad idea. Never relax. Don't trust. But this time I do it. If it works, it looks nice. Yeah, and then you get a huge shortcut here. And I think there's like more enemies down there, and I do have that recorded, but I decided to not put it in because it's completely boring. It's like one more worm. Oh no, okay, whatever. Trust me on that. But this is something that only happens in the hard mode. That Sonic stops there, and don't know why. Why would the physics be different in hard mode? It's the same level. It's a little bit weird. But okay, just gotta accept these things. That's consistent. He always stops there. Yeah, this is something. More worms. These are of course a little bit more annoying to deal with if you don't know about anti-gravity. And have to trust the homing attack, especially here.
That's a tall order.
Yeah. How often have you accidentally homing attacked one of these rails and were like, whoa, and deposited you in the abyss? Because it happened to me a lot.
One or twice, probably.
Yeah. I mean, this is the pity with that game. You only need for stuff like this to happen once, and you have a deep-seated distrust. Deep-seated?
Yeah.
By the way, this is how you get these rings. This is the first time this happened, probably. I knew that this guy was coming. Because he has hit me twice before in other recordings, because this is also another really, really dumb gotcha trap. He's not here in the normal mode, yeah. Anyway, but this is basically what we were talking about in the last video. You don't want, in Dusty Desert I think, you don't want to play around with this game, you don't want to give the game a chance, because it has so many moments where it's like, disqualifies itself immediately. And can't really fault players for that. I'm not going to say like, why did you give Sonic 06 a chance? It must be because of your small brain. Like, no, obviously not. This is not a good game. But
it's a case of learned helplessness almost.
Yeah, more or less. It's really it only gets good if you know all the traps. You have to fall into every single one of them, and then basically teach yourself how to avoid the traps. And then you can appreciate the moments in between where the traps do not get you. But again, tall order. Playing around with the slowdown here, which also slows down the rings that go into it. It's fun. Did you die often here?
I don't remember if I died much here.
I think
Probably once.
You can die really quickly here, which we are going to see in a second, by the way. For example, if the lightspeed dash fails, and if you don't yet have a handle on Sonic's air control and how to save yourself with the homing attack in a correct direction, then many of these enemies are placed over pits. And you would think you can trust the game to just homing attack to an enemy and then it will deposit you safely somewhere, but no, you can't. This is a bit of an issue. Anyway, we're not going to take that path. I've learned to distrust it, the trap.
Yeah. Was it because of the yellow gem, because it sucked in some of the rings?
I don't think so, because the ring trails, they are invisibly still there, even if you got some of the rings, which is good. They could have them still painted in transparent like they did in Shadow, but you know, baby steps. I think the issue is just sometimes it doesn't work. It has never been a good mechanic, and I think it only Generations, because it is a really good game, has managed to have ring trails which you can actually trust, and it's also on a different button. Let's not forget that, because very often you barely miss the hitbox and then you just do the bounce attack, and it's like fantastic. I love it. But this was not the issue here, it just didn't work, and I don't know why. It's always a bit of a butt clencher when you're like, this needs to work now, because I would really love to not die, because I need the score and so on, but yeah. Sometimes you just have issues, and here there's no way to save it. First time getting hit and plummets you directly into the next one. So I'm starting this with 0 score, but this gives me the opportunity to show something that works as well in the normal mode. I've talked about it, but I didn't get footage of it, but you might be surprised that at the very end of this there is going to be an S rank. This is not it. I think I die once more or so. But you can absolutely, if you are somewhat quick in this level, finish it entirely with ring bonus from here. You just don't have to get hit.
I just want to meet the person who managed to do this whole bit without getting hit.
Whoops. Yeah, not the whole bit, but you can get a lot of rings here. I think actually maybe it's the whole bit. I don't. It's not the whole bit. Never mind. I forgot which is the winning run basically, because these are quick deaths. But takes some skill, yeah. That's possible. But I've seen most of what I watched was the 100% speedrun of this game, which takes almost 8 hours. And the runner also dies here, no fault of their own. And then he tries to just do this basically, and it takes him like 4 tries. The speedrunners are really good at the game, of course, but sometimes you just get hit by something. You immediately have to kill yourself, because otherwise you run into the goal ring. But if I hadn't gotten hit at the very start, then this would have been a hitless thing. But it's tough. It's really tough. Anyway, that's a lot of score just for these rings.
Yeah.
I did manage it. So I'm happy that I didn't have to redo everything just because of this very stupid failure of the lightspeed dash not working, because that was really not my fault, I think. I mean, yes, this game is consistent, so in the sense I could have done something different, but it really did not look like it was my fault, and if it doesn't feel like your fault, then yeah, it's psychologically an issue. Anyway, over 250 rings, that's a lot. Let's check this crazy shit out. I put a bit of a death reel here. I think we can wind down the episode already if you have any more comments on the level itself.
Not so much on the level itself, though. You've been mentioning this game is consistent. But the thing is, every time I hear that same person just discovers something else ridiculous that's never been seen before. So, like, it's right in between consistency and inconsistent.
I asked the speedrunners, by the way. This one back there, it's known. Like, it's just known. It's like, okay, cool. But most people have played around a lot with it. But yeah. Why did I put this in? I forgot. We will see in a second. Alright, I think this is at the end of a normal run. Where I was like, oh yeah, this was looking promising. No deaths, that's why I have 12,000 points. 72 rings, nice time bonus. That's not enough. The hard mode S ranks are actually kind of tough. Thank you for your attention.